What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? You're probably not happy today because you're seeing the price get kind of tanked. The U.S. market has not helped the case at all. Yesterday, Donald Trump announced a retaliatory reciprocal level of tariffs for the entire world. However, it's very necessary, in my opinion, for the United States to move forward. Now, that causes some pain. Expect to see some very downward movement today. However, it should be quick. It should be painful. And after it's done, the global liquidity flow is still to the positive. So after we get over Trump's dumbitude, then we'll move forward. So it's causing pain in the market, though, and I'm all about crypto, and that annoys me, right? So I'm not going to be saying nice things until we start getting a pump. And then I'm going to pretend like I was a supporter all along, just so you guys know. Today we're going to do a giveaway for anybody who wants to win $200 on a $200 site giveaway. You know them. We've talked about them all the time for a long time. I was no longer partner with them, but they reached out to me and asked me for this. So we're going to do this. And it is Terra Casino. So if you want to win $200 in trial funds to use for terracasino.io, then put your Terra Casino username down in the comment section below. Now, if you don't have an account, go sign up, go connect your wallet, whatever. Get yourself an account, get ready. And if you want to win $200, then here you go. This is going to be your opportunity to win. So again, put your username in the description down below. I just put @ and whatever the name is, and we're going to do a randomized drawing. The chief over there is going to do a randomized drawing, and then we're going to give away $200 to one single winner. It's not the first time we're going to do this, by the way. So, let me know. Again, in the comment section, if you like this, we're going to continue doing it. Now let's move on to new and other things. Yesterday, we burned the most on Trollbits. I'm no longer partnered with Trollbits, but if you come to the Crypto Hub, then you'll see a bunch of my videos and stuff like that. Wanted to make sure that there was still content over here, and they are working now on revitalizing Terra Luna Classic, stuff like that. They're figuring out ways to add more Luna Classic content to the front right here, and also SHIB content, because they also burned their biggest amount of SHIB yesterday as well. So, big days for the burn process over here on this website. Check them out, trollbits.com. today. All right, now the bag, as it were. I'm just kind of sitting idly. There's a few things that have bled out a little bit, but one thing that did not bleed out, and I want to recognize them, is Fun, F-U-N. So you guys know I did a thing, and that thing was terrapump.fun. Now you don't like me because you weren't buying my coin, but you bought Blame, which was not created, by the way. I think by Vegas. Vegas said he never created a coin or something like that, or Frag Verdict, something like that. I think somebody made one, but 47 cents is what it's trading for right now. Now, there's been a lot that have popped up over the last little while. Mine is over here. Like, what is going on? Like, you're making me look bad in front of Green Peas or Paco, over Paco. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Anyway, so if you're interested, then certainly go buy. Now, as you can see, there is a nice little chart tracker that each one of these projects has. So if you are so inclined and interested and want to go check it out, you even have Grumpy Caddy Crypto over here, which, by the way, watching him lose his mind on Twitter was absolutely worth the cost of admission. Somebody tagged him in a even Happy Caddy Crypto has an homage account or something like that, and it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic to me to see him like, "Why are you tagging me in this, bro? I still support lunkpump.fun." Well, listen, we created this first. We got it to market first, my bad, you know what I mean? So anyway, the other part to it is Fun has launched a pairing with Fun and Believe. So if you want to, then you can buy over at Fun, or you can buy it here. So at whichever. So this is just an attempt to kind of broaden the market. And by the way, we did have one. So the question that I was asking yesterday, this is not, again, the reason for all of this was to test and make sure that the token would graduate properly and stuff like that. And Blame Frag has already graduated. Okay, so that's important to recognize. That was already graduated. So we've already successfully tested it. So if you guys at any point decide, hey, we want to graduate the Believe crypto token to the wild or something like that, throw your money in it and let's see what happens. And same thing for Peas. If you want to run up Peas a little bit, do the same thing, kind of graduate. And here's the thing, okay? And I gotta be honest with you guys. If we don't do that, nobody will show up. So I'm talking to you, the individual investor. We need you to throw some lunk in here and do a little bit of trading on some of these cryptos in order to make this happen, okay? If you don't, and if it doesn't happen, then it's going to be a problem, because it's going to be symbolic of the fact that there's no life on TerraPump.fun or LunkPump.fun for that matter. It's going to be kind of a testament to there's nobody trading over here, so there's no reason to come here. This is good for the market. So whatever Luna Classic you can use to buy, Believe, Peas, I mean, coming up here, Paco has a little bit of exit ability over here. There's a few more that you can see. And look, if there's no traction on it, that's okay. Don't worry about those. But for the ones that have a chance, again, you've got SBF over here, if you want to give him money. You've got Paco, you've got Believe, you've got Peas, and then on the front page, you've got Blame, of course. It's already graduated. And you got Grumpy Caddy Crypto. You can graduate that one as well. Going down, looking around here, trying to figure them out. Find yourself something, and let's graduate them. Make sure that we can get them, quote unquote, out into the wild. This is only going to help this chain. And if you don't do it, then it won't happen. And if it doesn't happen, no investors come, right? Juris Protocol, Garuda, all these different things that are going to be building over here in this ecosystem, fine. But if you want to have fun in the ecosystems, well, then you just go to some other place right now. You go to Solana, which, by the way, $300 Solana not that long ago. You go to Ethereum, by the way, $1,800 Ethereum. It was $3,400. I'm not, bragging, but $1,800 Ethereum, $270 billion market cap. We have a $340 million market cap. So, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So if we don't show life, if we don't show that we're doing something here, then we're not doing anything, and that's legit. So, now is the question: are you, the investor, going to do something? So, and by the way, tomorrow we're going to be talking about getting Luna Classic back to $1. I do have an idea about that and how we could sort of make that happen. So while we're doing that, let's talk about governance. Everything right there that we've covered before. The upgrade passed. The signal proposal for USTC system implementation was rejected. Stablecoin was removed from from CMC. So we're good in a lot of different places. Nothing up for prop right now. And let's look at the chart. So the chart has not changed very much, except the U.S. market is about to come online and it is about to nuke. Okay, so as you can see from this market right now, overnight, again, the everywhere else in the world except the United States, the everywhere else in the world but the United States is pumping markets, and the U.S. market is dumping. Now, why is that? Well, Donald Trump. I mean, that's why it's happening. So what can we do about it? Suck it up, buttercup. That's about it. But the U.S. market is primed for a massive sell-off because last night, Donald Trump waited until after the markets were closed before he made his tariff announcement, because I guess he felt like it was going to soften the blow or something like that, or he didn't want to, I don't know. It's a little shady. Like you don't want to see that. You want to rip in my opinion, you want to rip the Band-Aid off immediately. They chose to let that Band-Aid sit for a little while and find its way into your food supply. So I don't know. But we'll see what happens today. The market, by the way, a couple hours ago, nice pump, 50 billion. We were up $50 billion on the day, but we had already dumped 100 billion. So, even in a good pump scenario, because of the poor job that Donald Trump did yesterday and how he did everything, and there we are. Now, what they did was successfully sweep liquidity. Bitcoin, just to give you an idea of how crazy Bitcoin was yesterday, Bitcoin went all the way up to 88,600, 88,640 before dumping down to 81,800. And that was happening over this last hour right now. So you can see here that, Donald Trump is successfully doing the opposite of pumping crypto. All right, this is another Trump dump. Hopefully they won't last. Once we price in, this is important, once we price in what's going on in the markets, then maybe we'll start to recover again when we turn on the magic, global liquidity flow. The global liquidity flow will show us that global liquidity is rip-roaring back into markets right now. And this move right here has not even been factored into the price points in this chart yet. Just, for full disclosure, we've not had this pump of money come into the market yet. So it is coming. It is delayed because Donald Trump, that's all I can say. Black Swan event today, and then, I think this is where we start to recover. Going to take a little while for the recovery. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen. So what does that mean for Luna Classic? Well, again, I told you the likely scenario would be a test down here at the bottom. And that looks like what we're getting. Like we had this nice move that was going to take us back up towards the top. Didn't happen. Didn't maintain. We've stayed at the bottom of this range. However, the last time we did that, if you look over here, this is kind of similar, right? So we had this big wick that spiked down. And by the way, I look for similarity in patterns. We've got this big wick that spiked down. We've got the secondary wick that spiked down right here. And then what do we have? We had a little sideways action, but upwards, and then boom, we had that breakout. So sideways action and upward, and then we're going to have that breakout. So it looks like the same pattern is emerging. And by the way, just because a pattern shows up on a chart doesn't mean that that pattern is going to repeat itself. I do understand that, but there also is some symmetry to the way these charts work. And if it happened once before like that just recently, then that's human sentiment. So I'm tracking human sentiment, and it probably happens one more. So I do think that we're going to have a little bit of a breakout move, which would be good. Now, the other thing was we got a huge opportunity right here yesterday. We were at 1.3 cents. We were starting to have that breakout before the Trump administration ruined the day. So we look like on our way to a sweet little recovery, maybe even popping up into this range up here near 3 cents. Didn't happen. Again, the Trump administration came in, stepped in, and screwed everything up. But hopefully in the long term, it's for the best. So, I don't know. By the way, let's talk about Luna here. I think Luna is due for a strong bounce. I don't know that it's going to go up to new highs or anything like that. If you look at it from a range here, and we just kind of look at, again, chart patterns emerge, and we saw, again, up and down right here, and then a recovery up and down right here. And now, if we get a recovery right here, then I would suspect that, again, same pattern seems to be repeating itself, moving this up, about a 2x or a 3x, potentially along that range. Now, we got to come down, find our bottom here. Hopefully, it stays within this zone right here. So, if it does not, well, I don't know what else we can do. Now, as far as volume goes, the volume is up, but it's for selling off, which is not optimal. Again, the volume here is way up, but it ended up in a sell-off. It was not meant for a sell-off, by the way. You guys saw it was up maybe 15% over where it was until the Trump dump happened. So, I think it will start to spike again. I think there was good momentum behind USTC. As long as this dump is fat, then maybe, just maybe, we'll get a reversal. So we are, at the time of recording this, about 30 minutes away from the start of market, but the futures market in the United States is down 1,200 points so far. Now, soft shill again, make sure that you put your username down at the bottom for Terra Casino so that we can give somebody $200. Cha-ching, baby. All right, now for the burn flow, it's a $33 million day backed up with a 553 and a 271 over the course of this time, 965. This is not optimal. Again, we want to see 2 billion every week. We're not even close to that right now, but perhaps we can get a little bit closer. I don't know. I would like to see a lot more burns happening. As far as USTC, very, very little again today after that big LFG move. Now, the reason that we didn't pump off the LFG move, to remind you, total supply, we had already removed that LFG wallet from total supply. So there was a difference here. Now, what that did, by the way, is it made USTC more, I want to say usable, or at least more, there was a lot more to it that what was beneficial, or I shouldn't say beneficial, I should say detrimental to the system here, because we carried a debt of 7.8 billion, almost $8 billion. Well, that debt was reduced to $6 billion ultimately. Now, that debt, and the reason that we call that a debt is because, if you're tagged as a stable coin, then your price is $1. Right. So for this to go back up to $1, it would require $6 billion in investment capital coming in. We had a market cap of 63. So we're talking about 100x from where we are right now to make that a reality. So the less circulating supply, the less supply we have, the easier it is for us to take it back to $1. And that's how you kind of restabilize. And that's why burns are so important. You just witnessed it right now. You just wrote off $1.8 billion worth of debt in one day. And that is so important. Again, this number, 1.771,894,170, 1,771,894,170. That is a huge amount of debt just removed. So that allows for a lot more positive outlook on what's going on here for USD and by virtue Luna Classic. Now, looking at the market, it seems like the price continues to decline. Price continues to decline. It means the US market is opening up and dumping heavily. The rest of the world, not so much, but here we are. Also, shout out to Weso World. Weso World is now the #1 token on the Luna Classic chain, with a market cap surpassing 1.8 million and liquidity reaching 148,960. Weso has established itself as a leading token on the blockchain. The achievement underscores the strength and potential of the Weso family's community, but we need more coins, more tokens. We need more freedom and more options for people, and that's what TerraPump.fun is all about. So go buy that Believe token, or go buy the Peas token, or go buy, what was the other one, Grumpy Caddy Crypto, or you can even, that Brave, Blame, that Blame token. Go buy those. Like, Blame's already graduated, so it doesn't help TerraPump.fun if you do that. But if you get the Believe token, if you get the Paco, I want to say whatever, that helps. Okay, that will show resiliency in this market. So please go buy some of those tokens and let's graduate a few and see what happens here. Now, after years of patience, it is time. By the way, if you look at this from the same context that this guy's looking at it, I would agree. This is just a different chart pattern that we're talking about. It's the breakout, the breakdown, the move, if you will. And this person's been trading. He buys and sells this guy's over that period of time. So anyway, seize the day. The next thing, Carpe Diem. And that's it. As you notice, changing formats in the studio just a little bit as we go, trying to improve the content for you. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below as well. Make sure you put your Terra Casino user tag down below. Put an @ in the front of it so we know that that's what it is. And then we'll see you on the next one. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.